Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Ido Agassi and today I will explain and teach you how to crease paper as part of my Bookbinding Basics series. Folding and creasing are very similar things. Folding is with your hands and creasing you use a tool, usually a Bonefolder. Folding paper with the grain direction is much easier than against the grain. If you don't know what paper grain direction is, go check out my video about paper grain direction, a very important and basic thing to understand. I would link a card here and also in the description. So when you fold thick paper, usually it leaves marks, and that is why we need to make a crease in the paper to fold it better. A crease is needed also when you want to fold against the grain. So how do you make the crease? You take your Bonefolder. As you can see, I'm using this Bonefolder for 30 years. You can see that the ruler is eating out of the point of the Bonefolder, but it works fine. But you can also use the back of a knife. You can use a handle of silverware. You can just improvise with something like a screwdriver. The thing that you need to take into consideration is that the thickness of the tool influences the thickness of the crease, and also make sure that the tool is not sharp because we want to pull down the fibers, not to cut them, okay? So how do you make the fold? Let me bring a piece of paper, my ruler, and a Bonefolder. I will locate it, let's locate it 10 centimeters from the edge. I'm taking my Bonefolder, holding it in my hand, index finger, pulling down towards the fiber. I'm holding the ruler firmly and going 3 times to make the crease. 1, 2, and 3 for good luck. Make sure the ruler doesn't move. Then I'm lifting the paper and bringing the paper towards the ruler, and only then letting go. I will fold it completely and then make it straight again. Okay, that is how you make a crease. If you are making several ones, you can just keep on doing it. Let me do another one. Bring it. And this is something that you can make a portfolio or the spine of a book. Some tips for you. First of all, the softer the material, the bigger the crease. So if I'll take a piece of bookbinding board and make the fold on that, let's make a fold here. I'll take the straight line of the fold here. As you can see, the fold is deeper. Also, if you're working on a wooden table, beware, it can damage the table. I'm talking from experience. What do you do if you want to do several, if you have a project and want to make a lot of creases, then you can build yourself a jig. I want to show you how. So take a piece of plywood or a bookbinding board that is big enough for you to work on your project. And what I would do is cut 1 millimeter thick board, and I would locate it at the edge of the plywood. I will glue another one. Let's see that this is straight on the edge of the other side. I want to leave around 2 to 3 millimeter gap between them. I'm using double-sided tape. You can also use white glue. The importance is that it won't move. I use double-sided tape because sometimes I move it and change the location and so on. So that is why. Then what you can do, you can put a stopper before the board or on it. You can just lock it in different places depending on where you want the crease to be. Let me put it here. You take the paper, hold it, take your Bonefolder and go inside the crease. Let's do it one side, and you can do it on the other side. And you have yourself a creasing machine. Look how sharp and professional the spine looks. Now when you're working on a project, you can be more efficient with your time and work. Let me put the jig aside. So now you know the basics of creasing paper and you can implement that in your work. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. It helps tremendously, and also I have so much more knowledge I want to share with you. Thank you for being here and watching, and I'll see you in the next video.